And no channel has ever brought out what we are going to show you today. It has always been claimed by India that there's no alienation in Kashmir, that sundry rights groups that pop up internationally to criticize India over Kashmir are all motivated. But never has there been proof of this that links Pakistan to this fakery. Today, all that is going to change. Pakistan is not just funding terror in the valley. They are now sponsoring propaganda globally to spread lies on Kashmir. Times now has accessed a series of documents that expose Pakistan's desperation to ensure that India is maligned. Its foreign missions have been instructed by the Pakistan Ministry of Foreign Affairs to bribe activists to link India to atrocities on quote-unquote Black Day. That is the day that India observes to expose Pakistan's illegal occupation of POK. But as the documents that we're going to show you reveal that Pakistan's paying for this propaganda to blunt India's narrative. Let's go right across to Editor-in-Chief Rahul Shivshankar. Rahul, this is very, very significant because thus far this has been spoken about in various circles, but proof of this, hard evidence of this ploy of Pakistan did not exist earlier, and also the sheer scale at which it's happening is also mind-boggling.
Absolutely, Madhav. All these letters that are here in my hand have been signed by Pakistan envoys in foreign missions, saying that we are organizing by paying human rights activists, Kashmiri activists, huge amounts of money to write editorials in newspapers in these countries, to stand outside the Indian missions, to stand outside the parliaments of those countries and say that human rights violations by India are grave in Kashmir. Now, this channel, viewers, completely shattered the silence around this paid cottage industry. We've always told you, viewers, this whole narrative that Kashmir is some sort of troubled region, that Kashmiris have problems with the Indian government was fake. And we proved it on the 5th of May, way back in 2017, when we exposed a whole stream of dalals on the payrolls of Pakistan in Kashmir. We showed you the money that went from the Pakistani state into their pockets. Viewers, what happened? The NIA swooped in. The NIA arrested them. All this lot, Gilani and company, are all paid. And it was proven by Times Now. Today, Padmaja Joshi has accessed these letters which connect Pakistan to a global India defamation campaign. All these chaps, viewers, who go from this country, who call themselves human rights activists and land up in foreign countries to participate in seminars, are all paid. These seminars themselves are a paid propaganda activity, and it's here, viewers, it is here painstakingly documented in my hand. Are letters that have gone out from the Pakistani Foreign Office, from the Pakistan government in Islamabad, to where? Sarajevo, gone out to Prague, yes, Prague, Minsk, Brussels, yes, the head of the European Parliament is in Brussels, viewers. This is it. Islamabad, the letters going on. From whom? Taksin Umar of the Kashmir Affairs Department to Chief Accounts Officer, saying what? Pay money to our agents, to Indians. The civil rights lobby, where in Copenhagen, also, viewers, and not least Nairobi. And there are hundreds of these letters, viewers. As you know, there are about 190 countries. Not all, of course, are on the Pakistanis' radar because they don't have the money to pay so much, but they definitely do have the money to pay 60, 70 agents in European capitals to start this. And God alone knows who else is writing. I'll show you, viewers, a small little example where they are saying that we have got people to write articles in the Belgian media. Now, viewers, you might remember all sorts of anti-India articles appear in all sorts of very prestigious liberal publications in New York, in Washington. All of these have a very definitive anti-India tilt. Some of them are Indian writers Could it be that they are all paid by Pakistan to do all of this? Well, certainly. There are individuals in Brussels who are paid. And let me read this out to you. Reference Ministry's fax message ASAP 110-2021 dated October 22nd. October 22nd, viewers, not even 4 days ago. The mission has planned to organize a series of activities in the lead up to and on October 27 to observe Black Day, which are as follows. Extensive outreach to authorities in Belgium, Luxembourg and EU institutions, including European Parliament. Remember, Brussels is the head of the European Parliament. That's where it's headquartered. Through distribution of updated fact sheet on Kashmir, cooked up by Pakistan. And all these European delegates that come to this country and talk about human rights might all be paid, viewers. This is a very big story. It's a massive investigation. And Times now has access to these letters. Widest distribution of messages from the President and Prime Minister on Kashmir Black Day, so that Imran Khan, that cricketer turned humanist turned, I don't even want to call him what, but he's probably an Andolankari, viewers, is part of this racket. Distribution of material on human rights violations in POK, shared by the ministry. Of course, they don't refer to POK as Pakistan occupied Kashmir. They refer to it as something else I don't even want to mention, because it's a lie. Viewers, publication of article in the Belgian media. Yes, viewers, lots of articles appear in famous newspapers in New York and Washington. Some of them are synonymous with the names of their cities. You know what I'm talking about. Rally in Brussels to support the Kashmir cause. Demonstrations, protests in front of the Indian embassy in Brussels on October 27 and October 28. इनके पैसे के बगैर कुछ नहीं होता. कोई नहीं पहुंचेगा जी to talk about human rights violations in Kashmir. It's all a पैसे का खेल. Indians who land up there in all these capitals then get maybe honey trapped, maybe paid, and then they all come out wearing all sorts of colors. There is a whole network. They stand outside the Statue of Liberty, viewers, in New York. They stand outside famous landmarks like Trafalgar Square every summer when the weather improves in London. And they talk about human rights violations under the NDA Sarkar, the horrible scenario that is emerging in Kashmir. All paid agents. It's all here. It's all here, viewers. And I'm just not talking about one letter. Here it is, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Prague. We all know the great city that Prague is. It's all here, viewers, one after the other. Let me name these rascals. Let me name all these rascals, these Pakistani rascals who are doing this. Kamran Ahmed Malik, charged the affairs, signed. We will get after this Kamran Ahmed Malik. We will identify him. We'll put a mic to him. Viewers, we'll expose him. Major General Akhtar Jamil Rao. Yes, viewers, army majors are their attaches. Rahil Tariq, another rascal, Pakistani rascal paying money. They are all here, viewers, each one of them. And let me show you who is their agent in Nairobi, Saklain Saida. All Indians who are patriotic should go out there to the Pakistani mission and not allow Saklain Saida to come out of his office, or whatever he is, man, woman, I don't know. Asim Iftikhar Ahmed is another one, another character. Let's talk about Taksin Umar, assistant director, another character. Tweet these men, tweet these individuals. All Indians should tweet them, embarrass them, shame them. And shame all of them who are on their timelines, who are from Kashmir, who are from the rights lobbies, who support them. You will find many Indians amongst them, viewers. Let me also talk about Muhammad Abdullah Amin, head of the Chancery of Minsk. Minsk, all the way in Minsk, Eastern Europe, viewers, a failed state. Yes, these are the kind of skullduggerous characters, absolute rascals, who are working undercover, viewers, to spawn anti-India propaganda. And all our gullible, perhaps paid human rights activists get so influenced that they write articles in the Indian press. It's all paid. Madhav, it's all paid and it's all been exposed. Padmaja Joshi accessing these letters, it's here on black and white. I think if I can go straight across right now to our friend Pranesh. in the newspaper. Pranesh, just show us a few of these letters, blow them up for our viewers so that they can see.
This is the truth about Pakistan, or Naya Pakistan as they call it, in black and white. In countries around the world, as is the case in India, there is a fund for education, there is a fund for healthcare, Madhav, Rahul, there is a fund for development. But Pakistan is perhaps the only country that has a dedicated fund for pelters, a dedicated fund for dehshatgards, for terror, and this Kashmir fund that you see here at the bottom of the screen, this is the fund from which money is paid out for anti-India propaganda, for anti-India activities, for anti-India hate. Look, what is the subject line of this letter? Observance of Kashmir Black Day, 27th October 2021, for tomorrow. And look at the preparation that Pakistani deep state and the government there has made. In exercise of the financial powers redelegated so and so, $1,000 has been sanctioned for the expense which will be incurred on observance of Kashmir Black Day. And just to underline the point that Rahul was making, that there are no takers, Madhav, for Pakistan propaganda, which is why the documents that we have got on Times Now expose the desperation that Imran Khan is showing. Let's look at the other documents that we have. Whole bunch of documents that Padmaja Joshi has accessed today on Times Now. And remember, Times Now was the first channel, the only channel in 2017 to expose Pak Dalals. A lot of people then were questioning us. How can you make the link? It was in black and white even then. And here it is, observance of Black Day, another letter for heads of mission. Reference Ministry's communication regarding activities to be undertaken.
Pranesh, stay with us. We're going to come back to you with all those letters. Let me quickly get a word from Pradeep Datta as well. Pradeep Datta, Pakistan trying to spread misinformation is not something that is new. What is new, though, is the fact that it is so extensively spread and so comprehensively documented in these communications that Times Now has accessed.
Madhav, I want to make two quick points. One, that paisa fanko tamasha dekho, what exactly the Pakistan is doing when they are funneling money and to different missions. They are trying to unleash propaganda against India, where they are trying to project India in bad light, portray gloomy picture about Kashmir, demonized armed forces, and blame them of human rights violation. Just 3-4 days back, there was a seminar organized by 15 Corps in Kashmir Valley. And that time, in fact, the Lieutenant General D.P. Pandey was asking question why the human rights lobby is silent. But now you can see the trajectory. Why the human rights lobby had been silent. They had not been talking about atrocities being committed by the Pak-sponsored terrorists. It is because of this reason, because they are paid money to remain silent. They are paid money to even beat your chest for the human rights violation. As Rahul was saying, many a times you'll find these people standing outside Geneva or either on the streets of Kashmir Valley or in the outside the European Parliament, beating chest, crying hoarse and raking up the issue about human rights violation in Kashmir Valley. But now one thing is quite clear. After going through these documents, you should understand this is nothing but shedding of crocodile tears. Basically, this is not the spontaneous protests. These are all sponsored protests. And even whenever you'll find those European parliamentarians getting up and talking about human rights violation, that also is about the money that is speaking, not what actually their heart says, because the money is coming from. As I said earlier, there used to be only one Ghulam Nabi Fai who was organizing such kind of seminars in the United States of America. But now there are so many Ghulam Nabi Fai working in different missions where they're getting script from Rawalpindi headquarters and where they will be trying to unleash propaganda against India because they want to take it beyond kinetic domain towards the propaganda warfare. They have the money for pelters and propagandists, but they don't have the money for the welfare. And it would have been better had they been spending this money for the welfare of the people in Pakistan who are suffering because of so many reasons they don't get proper electricity.
Pranesh, for joining us. Also like to introduce our guests, Aparajita Sarangi, Member of Parliament and National Spokesperson of the BJP, Shehzad Poonawalla, Times Now contributor, and Syed Faisal Kashani, Spokesperson of the J&K Apni Party. I'm going to come back to all of you guests in just a minute. We're going to slip into a very quick break for now. Welcome back. Let's go across to our guests who are joining us. Syed Faisal Kashani is with us. But I first want to go across to Shehzad Poonawalla, Times Now contributor. Shehzad Poonawalla, this is very significant that there is this attempt at spreading a false narrative by Pakistan. And what's most significant is the fact that it's being done through their embassies in different parts of the globe.
Absolutely, Madhav. Pakistan has always followed the policy of jihad against India, whether it is jihad through terrorists or whether it is propaganda jihad. And this is yet another instance. But unfortunately, Madhav, even though we know the old tactics of Pakistan, the problem is that there are certain people who are within India who continue to fall prey either innocently or either connivingly to this propaganda jihad. Just recently we heard Farooq Abdullah advocating talks with Pakistan. We have heard Mehbooba Mufti also echoing a similar sentiment. We have heard many people coming back for Pakistan on the issue of 370, on the issue of Kashmir. So my question is that why fault Pakistan when the propaganda agents and the toolkit implementers of Pakistan are very well present amongst us? Today, those people should be the ones who should take a position that is unambiguous against Pakistan, much like the Home Minister has taken yesterday.
All right, Syed Faisal Kashani, the fact is that, not just are these embassies being used to organize protests, but also seminars. All of this has been talked about in the past, about the Pak link in spreading disinformation regarding India. But it has been documented so clearly this time round that it will be very difficult for Pakistan to deny this.
Well, Madhav, I fail to understand why are we giving importance to a nation that has been continuously doing this. I mean, we have a Home Minister who visited Srinagar yesterday, and he made a statement that he wants to speak to the youth of the Jammu and Kashmir. Why aren't we focusing more on what the people of Jammu and Kashmir want? Why are the protests happening in Jammu against these business groups taking over? Why are people in Kashmir unhappy that the entire development is not visible on the ground after the abrogation?
But why are you a bleeding heart against the Pakistan condemned?
Why the central government has failed to give us a safer state?
Sir,
why the minorities are being
Mr.
targeted?
Mr. Kashani, while it is your right to raise questions of the central government, let's stick to the subject at hand. And the subject at hand is Pakistan and the disinformation that it is spreading globally. Will you come out and unequivocally condemn them and expose them?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Pakistan will continue to do what it has been doing since last so many years. Why are we focusing on what
So it is good.
Pakistan doing? Why are we
It is good. They
focusing
should
on what-
continue to do that. Are you trying to support them?
No, I am not supporting them. They are fighting a lost ground. I'm saying it very clearly. But my point is, why aren't we talking to Kashmiri youth? Why aren't we focusing more on Kashmir than focusing on what Pakistan is doing?
Because, sir, that also needs to be spoken about. If they are doing activities which are diametrically opposite to India's goals, then that also needs to be exposed. Shehzad wants to comment on this. Yeah, Shehzad.
The reason why we are putting this out is so that those who have been advocating talks with Pakistan, those who have the Pakistani Parasti gene in them, they should today come and take a position. Do you want to have dialogue with a country that is orchestrating this against the people of Jammu Kashmir, against the people of India, and against the interests of India? So today, Mr. Kashani, I request you with folded hands, come and condemn Farooq Abdullah, who is saying, let's talk to Pakistan. Condemn Mehbooba Mufti, who says, let's talk to militants. These are only boys with guns. Let's try to have a dialogue.
All right,
with them.
we'll have to leave it there for the moment. Shehzad Poonawalla and Syed Faisal Kashani. We clearly have not heard the last word on this yet, but these documents certainly very clearly prove what Pakistan's role has been vis-a-vis this disinformation campaign. We're going to slip into a quick break now. More news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.